Do you want to know how to stop the constant arguing and negativity in your home? Over the next 10 minutes, I'm going to share how you can create a proactive parenting plan that brings harmony and cooperation even with the most disruptive, aggressive, and sometimes even violent child behavior. I'm Bonnie Leota, and really it wasn't that long ago that I was in the same place you are, raising children being diagnosed with behavior and mood disorders, ADHD, oppositional defiant disorder, anxiety, depression, and I was at a complete loss, successful in every area of life except for the one that was the most important to me, my parenting life. I was going home, living a secret nightmare, crying in fetal position in my bathroom. In 2011, right at the brink of despair, I met a gentleman named Thomas Leota, who was a 4th-degree black belt in Taekwondo with an award-winning after-school program called Creating Champions for Life. Now, if you want to know more about us, you can always visit our website, creatingchampionsforlife.com. If you've been watching our videos for a while, I need to tell you that we just launched a 90-minute masterclass. It sums up our 3-part framework to reclaim peace in the home, and we're seeing the most positive, impactful transformations in 90 days or less. You can find all of our links in the description below. All right, so let's get into it. Number one, I want to talk about the power of a unified, proactive, parent-approved plan. If you're watching this video, I imagine that you're a great mom or dad, someone who's been watching videos, reading books, trying to figure out how to help your child and to help your family, but you're being taught some things that really don't work. Redirecting, correcting behavior in the moment with some sort of negative punishment or discipline, lectures, talking things through. How do I know this? Because I read all the parenting books and I made all the same mistakes and I almost lost my children, which is a huge price to pay. As a human being, we never learn through lecture. We can only learn through our own life experience. Yes? So creating a plan that would include role play, practice, and clear expectations on what the child can earn through their behavior is going to be a game changer. Proverbs 13:24 says that whoever spares the rod hates their children, but the one who loves their children is careful to discipline them. And I want to bring some clarity to that today, because if you look back in history, shepherds used the rod to guide their sheep in the direction they should go. This is something that's been greatly misunderstood throughout history, but really important if you're dealing with a child who just won't stand for it. If you're dealing with a child who nothing that you've done to date seems to work to create harmony, they need to have crystal clear expectations. They're also looking for attention. So if we don't give them proactive attention with role play and life skills training on a conscious level, thinking, instead of what is my child doing wrong and I come in with some sort of discipline, you can look at them and go, my child did this. What life skill do they need to learn? Now, you already know how to make proactive plans. You know how to plan a party or a wedding or an event. We do it all the time with our children's birthday parties. We have an expected date. We create a list. We decide what food we're going to have, what activities. We do this all proactively, and we get everything ready for the day. Now, does it always go to plan? No, sometimes it rains on the wedding day. But if you never had a plan to begin with, a guest list, a catering company, etc., you'd never be able to pull off the event successfully. The only place that we're ever taught to be reactive is when you catch your child doing something you don't like, come in with some sort of corrective discipline. But scripture, when it talks about spare the rod, spoil the child, they're talking about no proactive guidance. The child does not know what to do. If they have a goal to watch a video game or have ice cream, they're counting on you, mom, dad, to provide exactly what your expectations are for them to make what they desire in life to show up. Doesn't that just make so much sense? Now, secondly, we need to set realistic expectations. Think about this for a moment. At the age of 2, 3, or 4, did we do role play and proactive planning on how do you want them to get your attention in the first place? Do they stand up straight and tall at attention stance? Do you want them to raise their hand, tap you on the shoulder, What is it that you want from them? If we've never taken the time to role play and show them, we've only said things like, well, speak to me respectfully. Stop running in the house. Don't jump on the couch. Stop climbing on my head. Because children can't think abstractly until at least the age of 13. So telling them to stop a certain behavior or don't do that does not give clear expectations on what you'd like them to do. Now, when clients join us in our 90-day parenting challenge, they want all the information day one. They also want their kids to get up in the morning, do what they're supposed to do, eat breakfast, clean up, make their bed, go to school, sit there all day, come home, do their homework without being asked and all of these things. But I'm going to tell you what, it takes some time. It takes some reprogramming of your mind, of your habits, as well as their habits. Because if they have not had set clear expectations and role play, you show them what to do, you mess it up, then you have them repeat what you just did till all the toys are picked up, till the bed is made, whatever it is that you want them to do, then we have spared the rod because we have not guided our children in the direction that they should go. Are you with me on this? Proverbs 22:6 says, to train up a child in the way that they should go, and when he is old, he will not turn from it. So when you think about your role as a parent, what's the first thing that comes to mind? When Thomas asked me this, I was like, to make them happy? Oh, no, that's not it. To buy them things? Oh, no, that's not it. To wrap them in bubble wrap and protect them from harm? And I'm like, no, that can't be my role as a parent. And he shared with me this quote. Now, let me get my glasses. Chapter 1 in our book, Learn to Speak Kid, is Know Your Role as a Parent. He says, my job is to give my child life skills so when he or she leaves me, they will have all the resources and ability to succeed at whatever they choose. Now, what do you think about that definition of a role as a parent? Share with me in the comments. What have you thought your role as a parent is until now? Is it to follow the kids around, correcting behavior, making sure they don't get hurt and buying them all these things? Or does this make a little bit more sense? I'm going to share the third point, turning conflict into cooperation. And before I do, we received a message this morning that was so beautiful, it literally brought tears to my eyes, because when Sandra found us last summer, she was just so much in trouble with her son. I actually told her, we can't help you right now, even if you had all the money in the world. She just wasn't mentally prepared. She went her own way for about 6 months and then came back and said, I'm ready for the program. So we got her started in our 90-day parenting challenge for change. And at that time, her son was so out of control, she didn't even know if he would be able to come back home and live with her again. She thought he'd have to spend the rest of his childhood in some sort of treatment center because he was constantly beating on her, screaming at her, and completely defiant. Okay, but she says this. Hi, everyone. I had a fantastic Easter Sunday with my kids. My youngest, reason why I joined the 90-day parenting challenge, was an exceptional delight. I finally saw my old little boy the way he was a year and a half ago, a mama's boy. Thanks to Thomas Leota for the support on a 3-week mentorship challenge. Time for a review. I got a glimpse of my sweet little boy. He was an absolute delight on Sunday and Monday, me practicing self-control. And not reacting in the moment made a huge difference in the way my boy engaged with me on a positive note. Today marks the end of the 3-week mentorship challenge before a review is due. I am so ever grateful to Bonnie and Thomas Leota for giving me this opportunity to embrace my child in his own uniqueness. And hopefully, after completing the full 90 days, I'm on day 40, I will be able to say and do the right things to help myself and my child build a harmonious life. Thank you. This final point is going to be so simple, but life-changing. Up until now, you've probably been taught that if your child asks for ice cream 10 minutes before dinner and your boundary is that they eat their dinner before they have their ice cream, then we hold the line on that boundary and we say, no ice cream right now because dinner's in 10 minutes. Yes, but remember a few minutes ago, I shared that children can't think abstract. So that gives them absolutely zero vision on their desire, and they're going to only hear no to what's important to them, whatever it is that they're asking for. Then we're being taught by mainstream parenting to come in and validate their emotions. It's okay to want ice cream, but it's not okay to freak out, or it's not okay to throw your plate, or it's not okay to hit. Are you with me on this? Here's a 1-degree razor's edge difference. We would validate the desire of their goal. That's your arsenal to gain cooperation, and we're throwing it away every time we tell our children no. So could you just do this? I would love for you to have ice cream. I'm on your side. What's important to you, little Julie, is totally important to me too. What kind of ice cream would you like? Did you want a little bit of ice cream or a lot of ice cream? You see, you're asking questions for deeper understanding versus just reacting with a no because dinner's in 10 minutes. Now your child will feel validated and heard, and they'll feel like you're on their side as their greatest hero. So then you take a plate and you put some food on it and you go, if you eat this much, you get half a scoop of ice cream. If you eat this much with your vegetables, you can have a whole scoop of ice cream. And if you eat all of your dinner, you can have all of the ice cream. Now, I want to share this too, and this is just a +1 to what I've shared with you here today. Children feel empowered when they have the opportunity to put their own food on the plate. You might start with a piece of carrot or two, a little piece of chicken or two, and like whatever it is that you have for dinner. Let them take a little bit on their plate because they can always go back for more. But if they take more than what they're going to eat and they don't eat it all, well, then they're giving up their ice cream. All right, it's all about knowing your role as a parent is to prepare your children for life, to teach them the life skills, not do too much for them that they never have an opportunity to show off their greatness. Simply making this shift in your parenting is going to be a game changer for you. Number 1, we talked about the power of a unified, proactive parent-approved plan. Number 2, set clear and realistic expectations based on the life skills that they've been shown through role play already. And it's okay. Most of our clients that come to us have never done the whole how do you get my attention until now, because like JFK said once, we're only as good as what we've been taught. Part number 3 was turning conflict into cooperation by validating their desires and by speaking positively and exactly what you want them to do or need them to do in order for them to make their goal show up. Now, if you've liked what you've heard here, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to our channel. Click like on our video, share it out so that other moms and dads living in a parenting nightmare can learn that there is an option. We can keep doing what we've been taught to do in this whole authoritative parenting. Gentle, attached, balanced, conscious, peaceful parenting are all based on this. You're in control of them and you use the rod to punish them. The word discipline used to mean to teach, to work with, to partner with, and you're here to show them how the world works and to give them clear expectations on exactly how to make the things important to them show up. They will look at you in awe as if you are their greatest hero in the world. Now, last week I did another video called Stop the Tantrums Now, and if you just click over here, you can go ahead and watch it.